Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carrie. I would like to start off this video by saying that I hope everybody has had an amazing holiday season. I hope that you had a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah or just a Happy New Year. For those of you who may not celebrate at all, I just wanted to say that I hope you guys have had a really good holiday season. I hope it was safe and that you were able to spend some time with family. I know it's been really rough this last year, so I'm really happy that we are now into 2021. Today's January 1st. I don't know when I'm posting this video, but as of me talking to you right this moment, it's January 1st here, and I am just super happy to be part of this new year. Hopefully it's going to be an amazing one for us. I'm hoping things start going back to normal slowly and we can continue to live our lives. I hope Book Bonanza is not canceled this year. I am nervous about it, but I'm also super excited. Hopefully we'll be able to actually go for those of us that are going. Anyway, enough with all of this crazy long intro. I thought what would be better than to start off my new year by doing a book haul for you all. I've got my Reveal book box, I have got my Bookworm box, and let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my Bookworm box. This is a box that is done by Colleen Hoover. If you did not know, the proceeds do go to charity. I absolutely love this organization, and I cannot recommend them enough. They have started doing their own limited edition covers that are just specific to the Bookworm box. I just love this company, love this organization, love supporting them, highly recommend. So let's go ahead and jump in. This was for December. Same thing with my Reveal box. I've had it for like 2 weeks and I haven't opened it, you guys. I've been waiting to do it on film for you. So let's just say I'm a little bit nervous and a little anxious and ready to get started and see what I actually got. It's been a while. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I just get the basic box whenever it comes to this, so all it comes is with a book and a bookworm or a bookmark and a little letter from the author. So I don't get like any of the swag or anything like that. I just don't have room on my shelves for any of that. Like all of my shelf space goes to just books. So yeah, I just get the basic box. I think it's $20 a month if I'm not mistaken. This is Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. This, once again, like I mentioned, is not the cover that you're typically used to seeing. I've heard quite a bit about this book. I believe it has a romance in it, but it's not super romance-centric. It is more of family, and I love Colleen Hoover. This is actually the very first book. Don't expect to get Colleen Hoover books in her Bookworm box very often. This is the first one. Like I said, I've had this subscription for over a year now, and I have never received a Colleen Hoover book in my subscription box. This is the first one, but I'm super excited because I did not have this book. It's one of the only ones of Colleen's that I do not own, but I love Colleen Hoover. I've only read a couple of her books, but both of the books that I have read, I've given 5 stars and I have adored them. So I'm super excited to have this and add it to my collection. As always, these books are always signed, and it does come with a letter from the author, which I always love having, and it always comes with a really cute, oh my goodness, this is adorable. It comes with a really cute bookmark, and I love these bookmarks because they're that soft matte feeling. They're super thick. I love these bookmarks, and they're so cute. Look at that with all the books on there. I love that. Okay. Also, it shows on the back who the Bookworms charity that they are supporting this month, and they choose different charities every single month. That is what I got in my Bookworm box. I'm super excited about it. I'm not going to read the back because I think a lot of people have heard of this book already, and I have another box to go through, so let's go ahead and open my Reveal book box. This, I went ahead and got another 6-book subscription this month. I think I am going to go down on that. I don't know if I'll go down in January. It'll probably be February. I think I'll go ahead and get another 6 months, unless I just like hate the subscription this month. I wasn't like super impressed with it last month. Sorry, I didn't undo the tape on this, so I'm having to, come on. Okay, y'all, I won't lie. I kind of forgot what I was just talking about because I spent like the last minute trying to get this tape off of this box because I forgot to undo it before we started. Oh yeah, I was talking about the fact that there were, I have the 6-book subscription. I wasn't super impressed with it last month. I hope I'm more impressed with it. If I am, I'll continue to have the 6 months for next month. If not, I think I will probably go down. As you can see, I have not opened this. I've had it for like 2 weeks and I've been tempted to open it quite a bit. But I wanted to be able to open it and have my first reactions on camera. So first things first, I see Live 1,000 Lives, and it just says live1000lives.com. But that's a really, really pretty tin. And it comes with like some gum and an airhead. And oh yeah, all this sexy romance you could want on one charitable device. I've heard a lot about this. That's really neat. Okay. As always, it does come with a couple of bookmarks and some swag. There's one by Harlow Lane. There is The Best of Us by Kennedy Fox. Jennifer Van Wink. I don't know. I can't pronounce names, y'all. I swear. I'm Southern. Whenever you're Southern, you just kind of pronounce it as it's said, and it ends up typically being wrong. Oh, that smells good. Smells like berries, like holiday berries, like also kind of like Hobby Lobby, like candle aisle. You know what I mean, right? Like it smells good. All right, let's see what we've got. The first one is Easy Risk by Bethany Lopez. I have never heard of this author. This is what the cover looks like. And it says, they said you can't go home again. Tyler Doobie Du Bois is excited about moving back home to New Orleans after being away for 5 years. He's left with a broken heart, determined to make it through the police academy and become a great cop while finding his place in the world. Now he's ready to come home again and regain his place in the family. Unfortunately, not everyone is ready to welcome him back with open arms. Time heals all wounds. Alicia loves her life. Ever since she moved to New Orleans from Michigan, she's been accepted for who she is and is thriving in the Big Easy. She's open to love, although not actively looking for it. So when her best friend and roommate ask her to steer clear of Doobie romantically, she readily agrees. After all, she's never even met him. A chemistry that can't be denied. What begins as a friendship quickly turns to something more, and they'll both discover that loving each other is an easy risk. Okay, so this sounds interesting. It also kind of sounds like either unrequited love from the roommate's part or maybe an ex-girlfriend, so like a best friend's ex kind of thing. I don't really know, but it sounds a little bit like a love triangle. Sounds a little angsty. It's not super long, which I actually appreciate. Every once in a while, I don't want like a really ridiculously long book, so I could get through that one pretty easy. This sounds pretty interesting to me. Not too bad for the first book. Next one is Weekend Wife by Erin McCarthy. I hope this is a rom-com. This kind of looks like a rom-com, doesn't it? All right, and it says, billionaire businessman in need of a fake fiance. Okay. It should be the easiest job ever for an out-of-work actress, right? All I have to do is pose as Grant Caldwell III's fiance for a fancy pants weekend in the Hamptons. Easy. Wear designer clothing and sip champagne? Don't mind if I do. Flirting with Grant? It's so delicious I should be paying him. Nothing can go wrong as long as I can keep my hands off of him. But that's the hard part, and I do mean hard, because Grant is sexy and bossy and surprisingly sweet, a rare rarity in the pretentious family. Oops, I'm not as good at faking it as I thought. Or maybe they call this method acting, because it's getting harder to figure out where my character ends and I begin. It just might be the role of a lifetime. That sounds interesting as well. Not too shabby so far. The next one is The Magic of Us. This is by Taylor DeLong. I have never heard of any of these authors. As always, just in case this is maybe your first time with me, the Reveal Book Box, all of these books do come signed by the authors. The Magic of Us says it's Mirtham Tree Farm series, and it has little farms in the background, so this sounds like it's going to be a holiday romance. It says, you are the best thing I never knew I needed. It wasn't the worst day of my life when I met West Mirtham, but it certainly wasn't one of my finer moments. I wasn't what he needed in a woman, a hot mess and married, with a kid. As the life I knew crumbled around me, I was lucky for his friendship. I got to know him better and I wanted more. Too bad he wasn't into kids. I've never been the relationship kind of guy, but had I met Nellie Sturgis earlier in life, that may not have been the case. Life threw us together when she was unavailable, or so I originally thought. When she found a way out of her abysmal marriage, I was already infatuated with her, under her spell. She and her daughter were a package deal. With my heart on board, could I get my head past the fear of being a parent and be the man they both needed? So this sounds really cute. I think it might be a holiday romance. It doesn't say anything about Christmas or anything, but it's got like little Christmas trees in the background. Single parent romance. I'm on board for single parents. That's one thing I've learned about myself this year. I love single parent romance. All right. The next book, book number 4, is The D in 403B. Okay, dig in the title. This is by Jess Bryant, once again, an author I've never heard of. And I'm digging the cover. It says, sometimes a change of address can change your whole life. Declan Ward has been called a lot of things in his life. Drug baby, delinquent, and dirty little gay boy, just to name a few. As a child in foster care, he heard it all, and as an adult, he knows better than to worry about what other people think of him. But when he gets into a war of words with his neighbor, he earns a new nickname, and this time it's one he likes, one he decides he should definitely live up to. After all, the new guy never actually said what it was the D stands for in his letters, but Declan has a few ideas and would be more than happy to show him. Yes, I am here for a Mel romance. Brett Coburn is a mature, respectable adult. He doesn't get into arguments and he doesn't name call like a kid on the playground. It doesn't matter that the guy in 403B is the best looking man Brett has ever laid eyes on. He's a dickhead, and Brett has the letters to prove it. That's why nobody is more surprised than Brett when their thinly veiled, threatening letters take a turn for the fun and flirtatious. Is it possible they have more in common than they realized? Can they overcome the rough start to their friendship and take it into something more? Or if they let their relationship become about more than just the D, are they both bound to end up brokenhearted? Yes, please. Okay, so the next book, I love this cover. Like, I adore this cover. It's beautiful. So this is Bent by Hollis Wynn. Once again, an author I've never heard of, but this cover is just, it's even prettier in person. Like, it's stunning. And even the back, look at the back with all the little flowers. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, this one says, Kerrigan Castle may be broken, but she's finally free. Free of the bonds holding her back, free of her painful past, free just to be. With the death of her mother, it's time to leave her small town behind and find her own way, even if it means letting go of her ideas. A cross-country trip is about to take her to a brand new life she never imagined. When Whit Barkley unexpectedly enters the picture, she begins the ride of her life, one filled with thrills and twists and turns. It's time to figure out where she belongs. It's time to find her way. Will Whit detour Kerrigan from finding her true chance at happiness, or will he be her North Star, pointing her to a better life with him? One cross-country train ride to a brand new life. One man she never expected, one relationship she's too scared to begin, one risk she may not be willing to take, unless he can show her she's only bent and not broken. So it sounds like it's going to be kind of a cross-country trip kind of romance. So this sounds like a summer read to me. It is also not super long, which is great. I actually am really interested in it. It's a little vague, but just the cover and kind of the vagueness is intriguing me for this one. I definitely think I want to read it. Also, look at that. Like, that is just the prettiest cover I think I've ever seen on a book. I love that. All right. we are now into the last book, I believe. Alright, so the last book is Washed in Blood. This is by Ashley Lane. Once again, it's another author I've never heard of. I haven't heard of any of these authors in here. So this one says, blinded by anger, the man who had sworn to protect me shot me in a fit of rage whenever I was only 16 years old. He thought he killed me, but my job wasn't finished yet. My days are spent as president of the Heavens Guardians MC. Nights are spent searching for the scum of the earth. Rapists, murderers, pedophiles, they all answer to me. I thought I'd seen it all, thought my heart couldn't be any darker, thought I knew exactly how far I was willing to go. Then a battered and broken woman was found behind our clubhouse, and I realized I never had a clue about the monster that lurks within. They may call me priest, but I'd sell my soul to the devil before I let anything take her away from me. This one sounds super interesting, and I really do want to read it soon. It is a little bit larger of a book. It's like almost 400 pages, but it's an MC romance. It sounds a little dark. Sounds like it is a hero who is all about the heroine, which I love. Cannot wait to read this one. Okay, so now that I've showed you all 6 of those books, I do believe I'm actually really happy with this month's selection that I got, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and continue for another month at 6 books. It's quite expensive. It's like $70 something total with tax and everything, but it ends up being about $10 or $12 a book, which isn't bad, especially for indie romances. You know, they typically run about 15 or so, and they're signed, so it's really not a bad deal total. Also, like I said, I was actually really pleasantly surprised, at least with the idea of the books. I haven't read them yet, so obviously I can't tell you my actual thoughts on the books themselves, but I'm really pretty happy with what I received today. So we will try it another month at 6 books. Let me know what you think about this book haul in the comments below. Do any of the books sound super intriguing to you? We will talk in the comments.